What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm James. You're watching Dog Aquatics, and today we have 10 hacks for you to help you with your aquarium. The number one hack is doing water testing. Now, I know it can be frustrating sometimes getting it out, doing it all the time, but it will make your life so much easier if you keep the levels in check. Now, if you can't afford one of the big master test kits, test strips do just fine. Just make sure that you're doing it once a week. That way you can stay on top of stuff. Remember, guys, smaller tanks fluctuate more drastically than larger tanks do, so you have to keep a closer eye on them. Number two is doing water changes, typically 10 to 25% every 2 weeks. Now, we have this system here which makes our life so much easier, but doing water changes removes bad bacteria, waste, fish poop, excess food, breakdown of live plant matter. So make sure that we're doing our water changes every 2 weeks and we're staying on top of it. Now, number three is using a vacuum just like this one here. You can see how grimy it is because this is the one that we actually do water changes on. With your water changes, getting down in that soil or getting down in that rock to help remove any excess waste will greatly benefit your aquarium. Now, number four is saving time with purchasing a RODI water system. Now, obviously you don't have to have one that's this crazy and this insane because we're producing a lot of water for all of our tanks out here. But I will tell you what, I mean, depending on what part of the town you're in or what state you're in, the water in the tap can be insane with different hardnesses or different chlorines or chloramines. So having an RO to go through and purify that water will drastically help reduce stress for you when doing water changes and keeping your water parameters where they should be. People ask us all the time how we keep our tanks so clean. Well, that's because we do maintenance on them. So number five is creating your own sponge filter from home. Obviously, you don't want anything that is crazy insane because you'll end up scratching the glass, but we do want to remove the slime and the grime from the inside of the aquarium, unless your plan is just, or your tank's just doing that outstanding, and then, you know, props to you. But a way you can do that is you can order little sponge pads online, and just like these kids right here, this is what we actually use. You can attach it to a strong magnet with aquarium safe silicone and make your own DIY scraper, or you can go to your local store and purchase one of these, which these are actually algae scrapers as well. They have a soft sponge on one side and then a razor blade on the other. Now, guys, we've talked about number six multiple times in different videos, but number six is adding live plants to help produce oxygen in your aquarium to create a better ecosystem and a more self-sustaining aquarium. As you can see, guys, you know, all of our tanks are thriving and they do very well and help with maintenance and minimizing maintenance because of the live plants. Now, I'm going through showing you a bunch of tanks, but we're actually really low on plants right now because, well, you guys are outstanding and you guys buy a lot of them. So thank you for that. Now, number seven, we actually hear quite frequently because not everybody wants to go through and add in live or driftwood or rocks. They want to do the fake decorations. But in doing fake decorations, you can have buildup of algae and gunk building up all over this. And we want to make sure to keep that clean. Now, as tanks get more established and you actually have a self-sustaining ecosystem with, let's say, odos or hill streams, they're going to take care of a lot of that. But it is good practice because they can't always get everywhere in all these nooks and crannies. So typically about every couple of weeks, you want to remove your hard decorations like this. Soak them in a diluted solution of bleach and water for about 15 minutes and then rinse thoroughly before re-entering your tank. Carbon, guys, is absolutely necessary for an aquarium. Now, you don't see it as much in tanks that have like sponge filters, like these tanks down here. They do make sponge filters that actually have carbon spots for them down in the bottom. But number 8 is replacing the carbon media every 34 weeks. Now this mostly applies to hang on the back filters or canisters like the ones we have up front. These canisters up here, man, we go through so much maintenance with these guys, staying on top of it, because over that month, your carbon will actually start breaking down and it's not doing its job effectively. So you want to make sure to stay on top of that and maintain that carbon and changing it out every 3 to 4 weeks. Now, number 9 is something that sometimes people don't think about, but it happens quite often when your water level goes down and you have all this grime up here. Now, could you take a razor blade or a scraper? Yes, you can do that, but you can also do, oh, look. Can you see the little nose? There he is. Sorry, squirrel. Anyway, number 9 is using aquarium safe lime remover, which you can put it on a cloth or on a scrubber and that'll help remove all of these water spots. Now, this tank doesn't currently have anything in it, so it doesn't bother me a whole lot that there are spots on there because the water level doesn't go up as high as it should. Now, our 40 over here, we actually do use lime remover on to keep, because it is a rimless, we want to make sure to give it that clean and sleek look and appearance. We actually just cut this tank back. What do you think? It's cool, right? And last but not least, guys, I think this is something that a lot of people overlook. It's something that we just kind of take for granted and don't really think about because we don't think it's really important, but there's a lot that goes into it. And number 10 is actually soaking your fish nets in disinfectant once a week, or if you're not using your fish nets once a week, you want to make sure to do it after you do use them in aquariums, especially if you have multiple aquariums. Now, why is this important? Why should I soak my net? Now, what we do here at the store is the second it comes out, so if I go in and, catch these blue tetras or these guppies, this net will come over and immediately be washed out. And then once a week, we will actually take these nets and put them in disinfectant. Now, the reason we use disinfectant is because we want to kill any bacteria that is on these nets. We don't want to transfer any bacteria or snail eggs or what have you from one aquarium to the next. And that is something that, take a hard look and let me know down in the comments how often you actually clean your nets. I bet some people are like, you're supposed to do that? Yes, yes you are. I hope you guys enjoyed these 10 hacks. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, guys, stay safe, stay happy, and we will see you next time.